Leading in the break this year are 10-1 over the past 2+ seasons when leading at the half, a record of 34-8. So the Broncos have their work cut out for them as we start in the second. Bobcats on top by 11, nice backdoor pass, and it leads to buckets and thrown. So has JT Bobcats that tied the largest lead of the game.
That was a difficult shot by Drone, switched hands in the air and was able to toss it in with his left hand.
Michael Jordan-esque back in the 91 finals. Williams rises up and connects over Tanox. Justice Williams, 7 points, leads the way for the Broncos.
Yeah, really tough set to guard off a double stagger on that backside, and Texas State was a little late in the switch, left that crease.
Knox on the reverse. That was textbook zone offense from Texas State. Ryans in and out. Rebound, Harem's off to Burton. And then Burton has the ball stripped. Taken away by Davis. Looks like DJ Hall, though, took a shot in the face for the Bobcats. The other way, thrown from the corner. And the rebound, saved by Knox. But then Coach Johnson maybe calling for time. There's a whistle here to stop play. I think this may be about DJ Hall. He was slow coming back the other way. So that was an official's decision to stop play, not Terrence Johnson's.
Yeah, and usually what happens when a player goes down, you saw Tay Knox trying to help his teammate up. They're going to let Texas State go through that fast break and not take away an opportunity. And so once that next shot came out, they felt there was enough of a delay to blow it dead and check on the player. You don't want, as we mentioned, this is a game, you don't want anyone to get hurt.
Yeah, but Howard Willis will come in place of DJ Hall as they check on him at the sidelines. Looks to be okay, but he'll get a breather nonetheless. Broncos staying in that zone.
Texas State again now is at 10 seconds, so you're down that short seconds. They've got to recognize the clock where they're at in it.
Winding down, Drone got to put it up and does it. Second time the Bobcats would call for a 30-second shot clock violation today.
And you look at Coach Johnson sort of imploring his floor general, Caden Gums, man, you got to recognize that shot clock and get us in that short second set. That's, again, another mental mistake by Texas State.
Over 2 minutes gone by the half. 13-point advantage, Texas State. Burton in the paint. Tried by defenders. Here's Lewis for 3. And it's good. Trey Lewis sitting second tray. Cuts the lead to 10.
And real great ball movement there by the Broncos. A little bit lost inside, but we're able to get it secured and moved it around and got the easy 3.
Lewis, one of the better 3-point shooters on the team at 37% for the year. Not a play the Bobcats want to leave open. Willis, Snell, rebounded by Williams. Knocked away by Drone. Stays with Western Michigan. As you see, Declan Peterson checked back into the game for the Broncos. That'll send Max Burton to the bench, and there's DJ Hall back in for Texas State. As expected, a quick breather for him.
Yeah, Texas State looks a little discombobulated right now on both ends of the floor, and they've definitely got to get locked in.
Peterson against Knox, trying to back him down. Finds the cutter, Brewer, and the right-handed finish got it over Tay Knox.
Yeah, really nice finish there by Brewer. Way to slice down the middle of the paint. The ball was delivered on time and ends up with an easy layup for him.
Broncos have cut a 13-point lead down to 8. Here's Drone for the Bobcats. Mid-range, not there. Peterson hit by Tay Knox. Peterson trying to throw the ball out of bounds in the event that first whistle didn't come and inadvertently hit Tay Knox in the face. Nothing egregious about that play.
Yeah. Drone got a great look at it, came off that screen against the zone in the mid-range, and that's a shot you'd let him take 95% of the time and just didn't fall.
The basket here by the Broncos makes it a 2-possession game.
And you see Texas State now has changed defenses. It looked like the Broncos have gotten in a really good offensive rhythm until that possession.
All the rejection of Williams, and Williams wrapping him up. And he's called for the foul. It's not a clear path as there are other defenders heading in that direction.
Yeah, they're going to call an intentional foul, which they should. He just sort of grabbed DJ Hall, so it's going to be 2 shots. And then Texas State will retain possession of the ball at the division line.
Yeah, so not a clear path foul, but intentional foul is called, as Suzanne said. Free throws in possession here. All up to 11 points on the day. 2 foul shooter on the year, putting Texas State on top by 10. Think about point swings potentially in the Broncos is to see Williams having committed that foul, planting down the bench. And had the Broncos scored to that possession, could have made it a 6-point game. Now the Bobcats make it 12, 4-13. Drone back to Gums for 3. And whistles blow, and they're going to get the Broncos for a foul.
That's a tough call. You know, they're going to get E.J. Ryans for underneath DJ Hall. And, you know, it's hard for, you know, I was one of the smaller guys out there when I played. Same thing. He's doing his best to keep Hall off the glass, but he's going to get whistled for the foul.
Gums, nice pocket pass to the Fields, but can't corral it. Here come the Broncos. Griffith back in for Western Michigan. He's got it. 4 minutes gone by in the half. 10-point lead, Texas State. Griffith trying to take Fields off the dribble. Spins off the glass.
Yeah, great move there by Griffith. Again, Texas State is switching most of those screening actions out front, and you end up with a big on a small. And you know, right now, you tip your cap to the guard. He was able to take advantage of it.
42-34. Ball into Davis. Another lost ball by Robert Fields. He's had a hard time getting his mitts around the ball. And then Brewer lost it. Out of bounds, last touch by Ryans. Texas State will get it back, leading by 8. Bobcats 42, Broncos 34. You're watching round 2 of the MAC Sunbelt Challenge on ESPN+. Right through the quarterfinal round. It goes without saying, Suzanne, the higher you finish in the conference standings, the easier your path is to the conference title.
It is definitely with the unique bracket the Sun Belt has. If you fall, and you mentioned the bottom 4 seeds, you're going to have to play a bunch of games, 5 games in I think 7 days, and so you want to have legs at that point in the season. So every game from now on, as it has been, is super important as far as your seeding for the conference tournament.
Out of the timeout, Texas State with possession on top, 42-34. They've led for a bulk of the game. On top by 9 at halftime as Jones has the ball knocked away. Led by 11 at halftime, beg your pardon. And turnover, Texas State is their 8th. And back to the Broncos with a good chance to make this a 2-possession game.
Again, Texas State switching up the defense, a little bit of 3/4 court press, back to a little bit of a zone, just trying to keep this Broncos offense out of rhythm. You know, this is a team that can really fill it up, can shoot the 3 well, and you felt that sort of them getting in the rhythm early in this second half.
Griffith against Davis, kicks it to the corner to Ryans. He'll drive, fade, fire. Didn't get it. Rebounded by Willis. Gums out to Jerome. Broncos staying in that zone defense, giving the Bobcats some fits as of late. Out of Makai Willis. These traps. Good ball movement into the corner. Gums. It's good. Jaden Gums. His second 3 of the game.
Yeah, you nailed it right there, Brent. Great ball movement. Inside touch, and then move the ball around the arc all the way. Side, top side. Got the wide open Gums in the corner.
Answer 3, Biz, short, Lewis, put back good, and a chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play.
Yeah, really great hustle there by Trey Lewis to crash the glass. Miscommunication there between Hall in Davis as far as rotations, and then they also missed the block out, which gave Lewis the ability to get to the rim and do the tip-in.
Trey Lewis out of Ferndale, Michigan, first-year transfer to the program from Purdue Fort Wayne. Neither team has shot so many free throws today. That's just a third for the Broncos. The Bobcats have only taken 4. And it's an 8-point game once again. 14 minutes to go.
You know, overall, it's been a pretty clean game. There's some early contact that could have been called for fouls that wasn't. But overall, both teams have played rather clean.
Willis lost it. Here comes Viss in the way for the Broncos, and Viss scores and one again. Carson Viss off the turnover, aggressive play, and he'll head to the line.
A great job changing ends there by the Broncos, letting their defense create some offense. And you see Viss going right at Kendall Davis and is able to get the ball up high on the glass and draw the foul.
Another Michigan native, true freshman out of Byron Center, Michigan. Come off the bench, all 23 games this year for the Broncos. Lefty looking to make it a 5-point game, and does. Here come the Broncos. 13-point lead, it slides to 5.
And you got to appreciate the grit right now you're seeing from the Broncos on the road. As we mentioned, they haven't had a lot of success this year with road victories, but they've really dug in deep and have really taken it at the Cats.
Here's Knox, and that pass taken away by Lewis. Bobcats 5 turnovers over the past 3 minutes. They're up to 10 on the game.
They have definitely been sloppy with the basketball. That high-low pass has been deflected at least a couple times that have led to turnovers for the Cats.
Buccaneer makes it a 1-possession game. Burton, nice pass inside. Shot clock winding down. Here's Viss out to Barnes. Gotta put it up. Barnes, he will, and Knox rejects it. A denial from Tay Knox. And the Bobcats get it back.
Yeah, really great, tenacious defense there, as you mentioned, by Texas State. Knox, perfect timing, gets all ball. Defensive prowess of Texas State.
Tay Knox, the top shot blocker in this Bobcat team. 10th in the Sun Belt come again. Here's Drone into the corner. Bolden, 3. Yes! Bobcats have loved the corner the second half. In the arena, they ruled out a 2. That might be reviewed. As it stands, a 7-point lead. Here's Brewer right against Bolden. Nice move. Ball tapped into the air, and that'll go where? They're going to call it a tie-up. Officials can't determine possession. The basketball will stay with the Broncos.
It's tough to tell from this angle. Like I said, both players were going for the basketball, so I think a tie-up is probably the correct call at this point.
Shot clock at 11. Into Viss. Out to Lewis. Dangerous 3-point shooter. Short this time. Rebounded by Bolden. Up ahead to DJ Hall. The freshman will drive. The freshman will be blocked by Trey Lewis. Bobcats will keep possession. And again, they ruled that Jalen Bolden shot from the corner a 2, on top by 7.
Yeah, great job defensively by Trey Lewis there against DJ Hall. He's a load.
Oh, nice pass into Hall. Foul from behind.
Yeah, great execution on the baseline out of bounds play by Texas State. Great screen by Tay Knox to get Hall wide open on the block and draw the foul. You look, this cross screen right there, pardon me, it was Mark Drone with the screen. And to get a great look.
Hall working on a 12-point game. Leads all scores. Make it 13 for Hall. In the first MAC Sunbelt game of the year, which was the season opener, DJ Hall didn't play much. Just 15 minutes off the bench. He has started every game since then. It certainly has to be the conversation for Sunbelt Freshman of the Year.
I would think so. I mean, he has done it all for this Texas State team. You know, he's really, the last few games has showed his full arsenal, being able to shoot the three. We know he can score inside. And in the mid-range, he's good, but then he's one of the top facilitators of offense for the Cats also.
Griffith, into the corner. Lewis, it's good. Trey Lewis, third three. Once again, a two-possession game.
Yeah, Lewis is definitely he's a streaky three-point shooter, but 67% of his shots are coming from deep, and so you've got to get out there to him and make him put the ball on the deck.
Mark Drone drives, dishes, Golden saves it. Into Hall. Hall the post, tough shot, doesn't go. Knox, skies for the rebound. Locates Bolden. And it's good, Jalen Bolden. That one definitely a three. 9-point lead, Texas State.
Yeah, great work on the box there by Tay Knox. You know, sort of an unheralded hero, just doing the little things that help the team win.
Approach the halfway point of the second. Here's Griffith against Knox. Now it's Brewer. Those two playing catch. Griffith fade away. High arcing shot. Had to get that over the outstretched hands of Tay Knox. High degree of difficulty. And the Bobcats off the miss. Get it back, leading by 9. Great movement again around the perimeter. Bolden will drive, and the shot. Goaltending. Calling is Trey Lewis. Texas State on top, 54-43. The Broncos have tried cutting into the lead, getting some big shots for the Bobcats. 13-team MAC, and Western Michigan at the bottom, 2-8. And remember, only the top 8 teams qualify for the postseason tournament in Cleveland. The Broncos have a lot of work to do if they're going to get to the conference tournament. Of course, today's game doesn't count towards the standings. And now they trail by 11. About halfway through the second, 54-43, Texas State. During the timeout, as this ball is knocked out of bounds, stays for the Broncos. They reviewed the Jalen Bolden corner shot earlier, and they confirmed it was a 2-pointer, foot on the line. E.J. Bryant, beg your pardon, finds Trey Lewis. His three, and gets the roll. 4-3 of the game for Trey Lewis, trying to keep the Broncos in it.
And again, Texas State trapped there, and they left the percentage, the highest percentage shooter out there, Trey Lewis, wide open. There was not a rotation at the top of the key, and he made the Bobcats pay.
Oh, no look pass to Knox. Got fouled by Max Burton. Here's what's coming up for Texas State. By the way, Trey Lewis, 15 points now for the Broncos, leads all scorers. And Tay Knox will go to the line for the Bobcats. Smart foul there if you're Burton, forcing Knox to earn it at the line, where he is 55% of the season.
Two there for Tay Knox. I think he was in that discussion we saw a second ago with DJ Hall, was like, just throw it up and I'll go get it, versus making him a pass. I think he wanted more of an alley-oop look at
it. Bobcats trapping Ryans. Shot clock under 10. Lewis has got the hot hand. Draws a foul for Jalen Bolden.
Yeah, and again, Texas State has got to be more diligent on the defensive end. Back to that foul.
Catch and shoot shot for Viss.
And he's got a nice looking stroke, the lefty. And this freshman from Byron Center, Michigan, again, when he looks at it, he's going to nail it. Really nice looking shot.
7-point game, Drone, tough drive, banks it in. Third Bobcat hit double figures this afternoon. Here's Ryan's around the screen. Finds Lewis. Pulls up for the elbow. Lewis, 17 points now for Western Michigan.